Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jade, also known as the Style Book on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome to another video. As you guys can see, the background is a little bit different because we finally received our sofa from Italy. It's taken 3 months for this to arrive and we were living without a sofa for a little bit. Now this will be my new backdrop and I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Moving on, talking about the actual topic of this video, I actually wanted to go over a couple of fall winter bags with you guys because I've been seeing so many eye candy lately from so many different brands, and honestly I'm so excited for fall. There's so many trendy bags and cool colors popping up this season. As usual, most of the brands I'm going to cover in this video are going to be luxury brands, but if any of these bags are not in your budget and you're still looking to hop onto the fall winter trend, these are two key characteristics to look for, and I think almost all the high street brands are doing something similar, so you can definitely find something for you. The first one is burgundy. I think burgundy is so popular this season and a lot of fashion brands are picking it up. You see it in a lot of ready-to-wear alongside handbags. Next, suede is also another hot category of item that's really coming in this season, and in particular I think on handbags, suede handbags just really screams autumn and winter to me. But let's move on to the first brand that I want to cover with you guys, which I have not talked about it for a little while because you guys know I've been turned away because of their quality. But Chanel is coming in super strong this season with an amazing autumn collection. There's definitely a few pieces that have caught my attention and I think I'll be visiting Chanel soon to take a look. Not that the prices are justified, but I think in terms of pure design, something we can all appreciate, Chanel is doing great. The first bag I want to cover with you guys is this one. It's a Chanel classic flap but with a bit of a twist, so it has a more caramel ombre kind of effect on the bag, which is really cool, and you can see it has both brown and reddish tones, so very on trend for the trendy color of this season. I definitely would be curious to see how this one is in real life. I have seen pictures of it on Blackpink's Jennie when she was in Paris, which I love the look of it, so hopefully I can see it in the boutique and I'll let you guys know if it's actually as attractive in person as I can see it online. The next bag from Chanel is a pretty popular one. It is the Chanel 22. I've never been a fan of the Chanel 22, especially not in black. To me, it just looks like a really big garbage bag. Maybe it's just me, and in the Asian community, people do actually call it the garbage bag as like a funny nickname. So that was not something I was interested in until I saw this color, which to me, again, something about the color just changed the way the bag feels, and the red kind of give it a more luxurious vibe, and you can really feel that it's a leather bag rather than some other material. So that's something that caught my attention as well. Again, I think more for the color than the exact style of the handbag. Next is also a flap bag from Chanel, which it looks like a classical Chanel flap, but it's obviously a seasonal piece, so it only has a single flap. I think that season I've been getting really into shearling, so when I saw this bag from Chanel, it was definitely an autumn bag to me. It really just screamed autumn, it really feels cozy, and I'm curious to see how the material actually feel in real life, if it's soft or it's more on the stiffer side. Regardless, in terms of the aesthetic, I think this is a great bag to get if you are into adding a little bit of a unique piece from Chanel, but you still want that classic look. I think this is a great purchase. So that's pretty much it for all the bags that caught my attention for Chanel. Let's move on to Celine. Celine has been putting out a few cute pieces. In a similar case as Chanel, they've been putting their own twist on their classical pieces. The first one I want to show you guys is this one. It's the Celine Ava bag, but in shearling. So you guys can see there's a theme going on. I'm really into shearlings, and especially for this specific one, I kind of like that it's a darker color. Shearling is more in line with the autumn theme and the kind of colors that I've been seeing on the runway this year. Definitely worth checking out in person. I'm curious to see how's the craftsmanship on this bag. I own a few Celines and I find them a fair price for the product that I'm receiving, so that's something to explore. Next, this bag fits in the burgundy category. It's also from Celine. It's the Celine medium Tilly bag. The shape of it kind of reminds me of my Prada Prada Clio bag, which you guys know I love and adore and I use so much because it's just super convenient to wear. So I think this bag would be in a similar category, but obviously with monogram and a slightly more pop of color. Plus the strap is actually adjustable, which is a huge bonus. And that's pretty much it for Celine. Let's move on to my favorite brand and your guys' favorite brand, which is Hermes. I feel like Hermes is in a little bit more of a unique position given that they don't really put out that much new designs and new type of handbags. This is less about the type of bag, but more about the color and material. And the number one color I can think about right now that's really calling out to me, which is strange because I am not somebody that's into red in general, but this season burgundy is really catching my attention. So there's two colors specifically from Hermes that fit in this category. The first one you guys would probably think about is Rouge H, which is the classic deep burgundy red from Hermes. You see it on box leather, you see it on Togo, you see it on Swift. It's kind of that standard burgundy color that Hermes does. The other color that really caught my attention is called Rouge Cellier, which is a deeper, more brown toned leather that still has a red undertone to it. In certain light, I think this leather, especially on Chev, almost look like it's brown, but it has a red hue to it, which personally, I think if I had to choose between these two red colors I just mentioned, I would probably go with Rouge Cellier just because it's more muted and understated, and I feel like for me personally, it would be more wearable. Beside the burgundy color, there's also a couple style of Hermes bags I think that people typically think about when it's fall winter. One of them would be the new Mini Kelly teddy bags. There's also the 32, which I find super chic and really casual, and there is also just the general Hermes canvas bags, which again feels very autumn. And there is also the Grizzly, which is basically suede handbags from Hermes. I think the Birkin 25 and 30s in this range are perfect handbags to look at if you want something special that screams autumn. But that's pretty much it for Hermes. Moving on to the next brand, which to me I think is the ultimate autumn brand, and I don't know if you guys agree or not, but it's Bottega Veneta. I have actually never purchased a bag from Bottega before, but I'm honestly tempted because I saw a couple girls carrying the Bottega Andiamo bag, which I don't know what about it is super cute to me. Maybe it's just because of the color. I think I really need to go see that bag actually in person to see if I like it. I don't know if any of you guys have owned it before, but if you have, please tell me if you like it. People are raving about it. It's such a trendy bag. So I'm just trying to figure out what's my stance on the handbag. Based off of what I've seen so far, I love the leather version in this dark brown color. I also like the suede versions. Because I have two cats, I don't know how I'm gonna survive with a biggish suede bag around my cats. And that's kind of the similar case for the other bags I'm looking at from Bottega, which is there is the Bottega Hop bag, which they're huge, like even the small size is huge, but they're super cute in suede. But I have two cats, so logistically speaking, I don't think they're the bag for me. But in terms of visuals, they're definitely the perfect big medium bags for autumn time. And honestly, the shape of it is perfect. It looks relaxed and luxurious. So that's definitely something that is on my mind for this fall winter. For the last three brands, there's only one bag I want to highlight from each of these brands. The first brand is the Row, and obviously everybody knows the Row is known for this one iconic handbag that people are calling the new Birkin, which I can see the resemblance. Again, I think it gives off a more relaxed vibes than the Birkins I have. Maybe just because I have the tiny ones. I do think this bag is perfect for autumn, either in the faux leather or the suede version, but particularly the suede version in the size 15, I think would be an excellent fall bag for anyone that enjoys a slightly bigger handbag that's not overwhelming either, and that they can carry a lot of stuff with them casually. And I think this one would actually also go really well probably especially with trench coats. Next, from Miu Miu, their adventure bag pretty much fit in the same category to me as the one from the row. Again, it's a shoulder bag that is relaxed looking with big shoulder drops so you can wear it on your shoulder and kind of wear it carefree. I see a lot of girls putting a lot of back charms on this bag to decorate it. It's definitely a more fun and casual handbag, but again, to me screams autumn, so definitely something interesting to look at if you're into Miu Miu. And the last bag on this list is from Prada. I think Prada actually came out with this not too long ago and has a more rustic, edgy vibe to it, and I've seen a lot of stylish girlies rocking this bag this fall. And honestly, I have to say, if you're into leather jackets, if you're into things that are a little bit more rustic, this would be the perfect autumn bag for you. But yeah, that concludes all the luxury handbags that have caught my eye for fall winter 2024. Hopefully you've discovered something interesting on this list and you're excited for fall winter as I am. And I'm definitely gonna go to some of the brands to take a look at these handbags in person, and I'll be sharing with you guys if I end up getting anything new. Hope this has been enjoyable, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.